all of a sudden we're looking at Ryu with a giant Eddie the Chump face on the back of his character. Like every time he does a Hadouken, like it's Eddie just
It'll
going,
be my face like this.
I kind of zoned out when you said that and envisioned you having a physical fight with the Xbox Kinect in like Family Guy fashion, where it's almost the chicken suit and it's just really elaborate and takes like 5 minutes, and that's what I was thinking about that entire time. I didn't say anything wrong. It's like beating you in the head. You're slimming it around, throwing it across the room. It comes back at you.
But yeah, I was just looking at like the price of games, the price of the service, which is non-existent on PC, the mouse and the keyboard. I am fully.
Listen to this elitist. Listen to him go. You get him, Frito.
Yeah,
you tell him all about.
Before you join the call, Frito, he was jerking off the mouse and keyboard, like full balls deep, hog down into that shit. Like, yeah, I love the mouse and keyboard. I could never go back to the peasant pad. Fuck your fucking.
Especially that pad, actually, and that was
never go back to that shit.
At the moment, I want the Xbox One out of the fucking house. Like, it's a fucking teenage kid that's got a girl pregnant, and I want to beat the shit out of it and kick it out of my house. Right? It's done horrible things to me and my family, and my happiness to suffering ratio is definitely fucking suboptimal right now. I just want to get Lurker Zero in this call, just for like 5 seconds, and just be like Emperor Palpatine and be like, give in to your hatred. Feel your anger. Like that. I just want to watch him spontaneously combust, and then we can go back to talking about other stuff, because it must be so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking.
Especially when you're only a Halo player, too. That's what sucks. It's like that's their one game. They're waiting for the nostalgia, and they just boned him.
I tell you what's made me a PC elitist, all you fuckers out there that say, oh, Ed, don't turn into one of those guys. It's like, no. The consoles betrayed me, not the other way around. I loved console gaming on the 360. Loved it. I loved being in Xbox Live parties. Some of my most cherished memories in my life are from console gaming with friends. But this generation, with the exception of the PS4, which is mediocre to good, right? The consoles are shit. And the only other one that is promising vaguely is the Wii U, but I'm 31 and I don't want to play Zelda for the 50th time and essentially do the same thing. The exploitation factor of games is so obvious now. It's so barefaced and brazen, like, oh, well, the game's free. You'll have to grind for 209 hours to earn one upgrade, while this peasant next to you who's paid $6 gets to fucking do rings around you, and you look like Brian playing CSGO with his feet. Like, that, I mean, so much
with
of that
his feet.
is so obvious.
He's probably better with his feet. Just make him use his hands. That would make the joke funnier, Eddie. Come on.
We'd like to have CTE on the consoles, but the reason why is Microsoft and Sony don't want to approve it on their... Don't want to approve it to have it on their marketplace.
That's it. Honestly, that sounds like classical British satirical irony sense of humor. The fact that Microsoft and Sony's quality assurance department doesn't want to have a service on their consoles, their shit underpowered consoles, that improves the experience of the user. They don't want to approve that. Like that to me is... It's life is stranger than fiction. You could not make that up. They're not. All you have to be doing is moving at a certain speed.
Oh, you can drive them.
Yeah, you drive them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible, actually, in my opinion. Because what if you, unless you gain points for the speed you go, that would be sick. So you have to drive like a maniac.
You do. If you're driving too slow, it doesn't even count. You start losing the flag. You have to be driving full out.
So it's like Keanu Reeves in Speed. You got to be going over 50 miles per hour, whatever it is.
Even better than that, the vehicles that it picks to be the flag are randomized. So you could get like some massive fucking fire truck that goes about 30 miles an hour, and you're like. What I envisage is there's going to be loads of montages where they've got one team's got all the flags, and it's basically they use voices from the Transformers, and it's like Autobots roll out, and you just see these massive convoys like going around the map, and people trying to blow them up with C4 and shit. But you can even use, you know, when you said like, well, actually, Ed, if you take the BAL out the game, and you know the subs compared to the assault rifles, they're kind of balanced, you know, because hip fire and all that kind of stuff, you know. I'm kind of doing that Bill Burr woman's voice for you. I don't know why. But like, it's kind of nice. But no, you can still leave and join now.
I'm pretty sure that's not what Drifter told me. God damn it! I swear.
No, you can
leave.
No.
The new patch doesn't allow for join in progress.
Oh right. Okay.
So I'm sorry, my mic was muted because I was typing something, and I'm sitting here yelling, "Why aren't you guys listening to me?" No, with the new patch, there's no more the join in progress feature has been removed from skill-based matchmaking.
Mistake, assholes. Get it right.
I just don't know why with there's so many 3-year dev cycle meme jokes that you could make about Advanced Warfare. Like just a picture of the BAL with 3-year dev cycle written underneath it would be a funny joke, right? But the worst is League Play was really good. Why have all of you fucking idiots not just gone Control C, Control V? Why is that? How hard was that development? Oh, it took ages. God, you don't know my workload.
Yeah, completely agree.
And it's ridiculous because if they really were developing it at the same time as Treyarch, because that's 3 years, right? They'd be developing it at the same time. They would have had all that time to see how they developed it, see the effects of how well it was during Black Ops 2 lifecycle, and see how well it was compared to the lack of it in Ghosts. They had all that time, all the time, to get it right, and didn't. It's sad. Pathetic. You take away the guns, you take away the country's cock. That's what's happened to Australia. They disarmed, and now the feminists have taken over. This is what you deserve for disarming the country. Because if people were still getting shot in mass, you'd have way more shit to talk about. You'd have to worry about people dying in the streets, not your video games. It's a trade-off here, people. The whole political stratosphere and the left-right paradigm, it's gone full circle, and to the point where some of them touch on the fucking hand clap on the other side. I don't understand. It's hard for me to keep track.
It's almost like, Frito, they're all full of shit.
Almost. Almost. If I didn't know better, I might think that.
I love how Eddie just turns to the camera. They're all full of shit. Let us have a little fucking fun, for fuck's sake. Not everything has to be, all serious and shit all the fucking time. Take the stick out of your fucking ass. Please, for the love of God.
In all honesty, this is something I've been thinking about too. I just don't have a way to say it as articulately as I'd like, but everything can't be that serious in the first world. There quite literally is not enough work to do here. Like, if you want to actually have a meaningful existence, move to some other country, because we're way too fucking rich here. Most people's jobs are irrelevant.
And be like, oh, well, I should take that literally into my morality and find that I can now curb stomp grannies and murder prostitutes in real life. No, it doesn't work like that. And anyone who thinks it does is a fucking idiot. And if you can't tell, this shit pisses me off.
I don't know about you, Eddie, but whenever I walk down the street and I fucking punch a granny, I get points flying up in my first-person perspective. Like, the inside of these glasses, there's points written on them. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, Google Glass.
That's a new feature. Yeah, Google Glass. Motherfucker. Beat me to it.
Wouldn't it be so much better if they stuck to their guns and then banned the Bible, too, as well as GTA? Yes, everything offensive. We're getting rid of all of it. Those seasons of Breaking Bad, get them off. Sopranos, no more. Too much. Violence against women, all of it.
Kitchen knives because they promote the cutting of flesh.
We no longer sell meat because meat is murder.
What?
He's probably playing GTA right now and murdering some hooker, beating up some granny. Daddy, what's that? Oh, it's fine. This is how we act in real life.
I'm just playing life's instruction manual.
There's no fucking way I'm going to be concentrated in a CSGO match. Like, shut up! I gotta clutch the round! It's 3v1! I gotta save this op! I always fucking die when I have the op. Jesus Christ. I'll feed you tomorrow! This match is going extra long. We're in triple overtime. There's way too much time in the day if you're interacting with your kid all day. I'm sorry, but they're not that interesting. They're kind of dumb, actually. You can't have conversations with them. What, do you throw a ball at them sometimes? That's why you have two kids, so they can go play with each other, so you don't have to bother. There's nothing really much more you can teach them in a full day. 1 hour of learning max is what they can absorb. These are American kids, too. They're not smart. They're not going to Ivy League schools or anything.
And you know for goddamn sure they're not playing outside. They're going to be obese as fuck in a couple of months.
Right.
You know?
Mom's making chicken nuggets and French fries in the kitchen right now, or actually probably going to pick it up from McDonald's. In fairness, but
I should learn a page or two out of that because I talk way too fucking much.
Vocal constraint, Brian. Something I think we should all employ
we need
from time to time.
I think you need to limit yourself, Brian, when you comment on someone's video. You've got to force yourself to think that it's Twitter, and you're not allowed these modern theses.
That's true. No more dissertations in the comments section of people's videos.
To flip it, to make a precedent to say this is unconstitutional, to even say something like you're not allowed to film the police. Why? 1984? Is that where we live? They're not allowed to be accountable for their actions in public, especially when they kill a guy? It's ridiculous, and I wish I had more to say, but it's exhausting, and I wish I wasn't exhausted. I feel guilty about being exhausted from this, to be in all honesty, because this is just as obviously fucked up as the previous weeks, but it seems as these build on, I'm just, oh, yeah, cops totally fucked up again.
Like somewhere at Quantico at the FBI or somewhere in the CIA, there is actually a torturer's handbook.
It's on Cheney's bookshelf in his library. Anyway.
I wonder if they've got it on lynda.com.
When they're already the enemy, a little bit of torture does not make me lose any more sleep than killing the enemy. Because to me, I don't want any violence either way, in all honesty.
So then let's not let them get along. Let's say we are going to live in our, land of milk and honey where there's democracy and debate and enlightenment and all this shit. You motherfuckers can live in the dark ages in your fucking caves, towing the party line, just stop, drop, and pray 5 times a day. You guys do that shit. Leave us the fuck alone. And I don't see how we could... If you say they're two irreconcilable... Fuck, I'm turning into Frito. I can't say this word. Irreconcilable thoughts... Then let's separate them out. Leave them alone.
Oh, it's definitely an evil position to take, and I'm just the man to do it.
Yeah.
It's evil, heartless, no human empathy whatsoever. No, I want my team to win. The ref, call foul. I don't care if the ref calls a foul or not. I just want to win. There's points on the board. That's all that matters. Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson in the end zone. 50 points. We could subject them to a couple hours of playing Call of Duty Ghosts, perhaps.
Call of Duty Ghosts TDM on Xbox One. Fuck me. Obama would have fucking... I'll tell you where the plans are.
Siege, Chasm, and Stonehaven only. Let's go.
From... what would his name be? Osama 911. At Osama 911 to Tina. Kill yourself, shit kid. That's probably the most offensive joke I've ever said. What would his Twitter handle be?